Hey everybody, Vince August here, and today in the news we saw that King Charles sadly was diagnosed with cancer. And while I don't want to get into anything like that because the news is covering it, I just started thinking about how much progress we've made as a nation breaking away from the crown when we did back in 1776, declared our independence. I mean, look, we don't have that one family type of rule in this country like they had back in England and in those days. I mean, well, except with the fact that, we did have George W. Bush president from 1988 to 92, but then Clinton took over and he was in office for 8 years. So that broke the string. But then George Bush's son did become president from 2000 to 2008. But it's not like we went back to Clinton. We got a new president, Barack Obama, although he did make Bill Clinton's wife Secretary of State, and she held office kind of, sort of, and then she ran for a public office, and then she ran for the presidency, and then, of course, Donald Trump won, and everybody was upset because he stole the presidency from her. But then that all ended, right? Because now we have Joe Biden as the president, who was part of the Barack Obama administration as the vice president. Of course, he's been in Senate and for 50 years or so. Look, that's just, all right, that's just one office. It's not like we have people in the Senate for like dozens of years. Okay, well, with the exception of like Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer and then all of those people. And there's, I don't know, about 10 or 15 of them on each party that have been there forever. All right, other than that, I think we've done a pretty good job here of moving away and having multi-party. Well, we don't really have multi-parties. We just have two parties, Democrats and Republicans. And really, do they rule? It's not like they rule. So it's not like we just have two-party rule, because most of them actually take marching orders from lobbyists and donors. So it's not even like they're in charge. Really, it's the pharmaceutical industrial complex and the military industrial complex, which is really just two parties anyway. But now we have the social media people that are also influencing those people in Congress and elections. So really, the people that are there are just figureheads because they're getting money from someone else. See, which is completely different from what we see in England. Actually, it's exactly the same thing, because the king is actually a figurehead. He's not doing anything. He's just getting taxpayer dollars, and it looks like he's doing something. Maybe sometimes he has influence. Man, you know what? Come to think of it, after all that stuff, I don't know if we... Well, then again, hold on. England back in the day did have like military bases all over the world, and they kind of, well, you know what, come to think of it, Jesus Christ, we're doing that too right now. We have military bases all over the place. Well, but then again, they were kind of bombing indiscriminately. You know what, we actually just did that this weekend. Come to think of it, I don't think we have made that much progress over the last couple hundred years. In fact, seems like we've gone backwards just a little bit.